Hey Teela Jammers, how are you doing? So I am coming to you with a new video. Hope you're well, by the way. This subject is called My Way or the Highway. Now, I think I talked to you about how Teela Jam came about in the first place. Obviously, I felt stuck. I felt like, who am I? I had the mental health situation going on. I just had my baby boy. There was so much going on, but I didn't actually realize deep down I had this confidence to persevere, to pursue what I knew was true to me, which was being myself, my confident self, my trustworthy self. So the different themes came about, and I like to say the videos that I do are very much for me, very much for my accountability. And I like to share, I like to be open about my journey of healing, because I think that's the way we grow, and that's the way that we heal. When we release, when we let go of what we're going through, and it could be literally in our own turmoil, when we say, okay, this is the position that I'm taking now, moving forward, going on, doing what I need to do, it literally is the universe's way of connecting with you and helping you to heal. So when I talk about the topic area of my way or the highway, it's very much about that different line, in line what I've just talked about, that different line of going your own way, saying to yourself, and this theme is actually not the confidence theme, it's the red jam, so the self-love theme, and it's very much in line with, who are you really? Are you finding self-love for you, or are you getting kicked out because of a mess someone else has created? We are very much attuned to the way our caregivers have given us love. We are very much attuned to a paradigm, certain behaviors, certain beliefs, certain histories that have concerned us through our growing years. And I say our growing years as a way of saying there's two types of grownness. There's the growing up side, where you physically grow up, like biologically, and then there's grown up, where you are truly understanding the self. We cannot do both at the same time. Some people, I don't know anybody, some people have that ability to compartmentalize growing up and being grown. And I guess that in a way speaks for the my way. So someone can be highly attuned to what they know is for them. And I think that comes down to an inner confidence, inner trustworthiness, inner understanding of the person that is them, and lastly, just an inner love, that we have inbuilt in us just naturally. Then obviously there's the other side, where we look at the highway. A lot of people be like, oh, I'm going on the motorway, I'm going on the highway. It is a tough drive. I'm not a driver, by the way, but to consistently be aware of changing lanes, to be consistently in a speed limit that could change if there's an accident, or if there's traffic, or maybe you have to stay slow, you have to just be going slow. That kind of positioning, that kind of journey is quite conditional, because what we find with anything to do with self-love is unconditional. When you are yourself, and I don't mean like yourself, I mean like when you are by yourself, when you are knowing, okay, this is me, and you're in scenarios that help you to gravitate more to yourself, you are gonna be in your my state, because it's like my own, my do, myself, my me. You're going to be in that my way. And it isn't to say that you're in your ego, because I know that maybe some people will watch this and be like, those are people that are narcissistic, people that just want for themselves, people that just do whatever they want. It's very much out of sync. That kind of thinking is out of sync. I think many people will look to ego as, I want my way. Whereas ego is taking from others. Ego is saying, if they have, I shall have, and I will get, and I will take. So a lot of the time what we need to do is we need to understand ourselves, because once we go out there, once we meet other people, once we gravitate towards knowing someone could do that to us, someone could do this to us, we are not teaching ourselves again, we're teaching others. And so if someone is gravitating towards treating someone else a type of way, then you will find that that person is very egotistical and says, well, they did this to me and they took that from me, and they not looking intrinsically, or I've forgotten the word now, but not looking instinctively about what they are bringing to the table. We very much, in relationships, and this could be even in a relationship with yourself, when you get into a new relationship, you're dating someone and someone's like, yeah, I know what I want, I like this, I like that, and you'll be like, yeah, that's lovely. But then when you actually get into the relationship and you find, I'm not really feeling this anymore, you heard, you saw, you took on this person. And believe me or me, I've been there. You took this person on and you said, well, it's okay. That is going the highway. You are not on your total own. You are very much weighed down with a lot of what they want. So I'm gonna do, I will take on, I will do this, I will, and it could be said for both. Many people, I've always called myself a codependent, an ex-codependent person, wanting to always be there and support others has left me high and dry. There's the conundrum. Taking the highway, taking the fast lane, or even the slow lane doesn't allow you to find yourself. It doesn't allow you to be yourself. It doesn't allow you to say, I'm okay with being me. If you don't like it, fine, A lot of the time when we are weighed down by the highway, it's because we are used to getting kicked out of ourselves. We're used to being run over, let's say. Not that you would get out of the car on a motorway. We're used to being run over by other people, taken over by other people, not being in the driving seat completely, and been, just made out to, want other things. So when we take the my way, we are asserting that self-love, the inner knowing that we are possibilities. We are endless possibilities. We can verify any alternative route. So you don't need the sat nav, you don't need the atlas. You know where you're going. You already know what the situation is. And it can be a long drive, it can be a short drive. It literally is an adventure. And I think self-love is very much that. It is finding yourself on your own, understanding what life really is about, and taking in and nurturing all the understandings that you can. So I'd like you to literally look at yourself as, I don't know, some kind of map. Make a route that you're going, from A to B. And A to B doesn't have to be, I am at home and I get to my destination. A to B could literally be, I'm going from town to town, or I'm going from home to the shop, or I'm going wherever. Like, it literally, you don't know where you're going. That's why I'm saying A to B. So literally taking yourself out of planning and prepping and doing things where you have to know, but doing things where you don't know, because we literally don't know what is out there. And I'm not talking about aliens. I'm talking about knowing yourself, the true self, because we don't know until we do. We don't know until we can't, or we can. And this is where building our skills, building our resilience, which I talked about in the last video, comes in. You are not being egotistical by saying, I want to do things in a way that I know I can. You are not being a bitch because you're saying, I know myself, and if you don't know me already, then, I can't help you there. You are not taking the high road and being the bigger person because you want everyone to be happy. Sometimes being the bigger person means, I've been wronged and I don't want to be wronged anymore. I don't want to even be right anymore. I just want to go about what I need to. So when you watch this video, please take a moment to write up a little map of you. You can have your little picture in the middle and try and think about what is your way. How do you define yourself? You haven't been kicked out of anywhere. You haven't been pushed out of anything or anyone. But you are saying to yourself, I'm on a journey, and I'm just pacing myself, getting to where I need to be. So, excuse me. I look forward to hearing about your anecdotes. I'm definitely going to do mine. And I will see you on the next one. Choose what you love and love what you choose.